Big work. I'm gonna give you a shout out.
Here you go.
I got you. Braylon, we love you. Your biggest fan.
Shout out to the boys. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to the boys. Hey, bro.
Welcome to Zips Nation Insider. My name is Jacob Farrar, back with another episode, another week here on campus at the University of Akron, and another week with a member of the Zips track team. We got sprinter Braylyn Farrington. Braylon, welcome to Zips Nation.
Thank you.
We got some clapping, we got some fans, we got some people behind here rooting you on.
Yes, sir.
All right. So first off, Braylon, we want to know you a little bit better. So talk about your role on the track team here.
I'm a sprinter. I'm a junior. I've been on a bunch of championship teams since I've been here. The 23 and 24 team, also this past year's championship team as well. So I just been doing my job to help us win more championships.
Okay, so a sprinter on the team. We'll talk about which events here in a little bit, but I also want to know more about you growing up in Alabama.
Yes, sir.
So from Alabaster, Alabama, North Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Suburb, is that a suburb of Birmingham? Is it considered a suburb or its own?
It is. It's considered a suburb.
So I got to ask, how did someone from North Alabama find their way up here to Akron, Ohio?
Coach O, that's the sprinter coach here.
Okay.
He, called me every day, just pushing to get me here, and I was like, I want to try something new, and of course, like, who wouldn't want to come to LeBron James City? So like.
Interesting.
So, it was a big step. Just trusted God in the plan, and ever since, I've been enjoying myself since I've been here.
So how did Coach O know you? So men's coach, spring coach, how did he get to meet you? How did that kind of go down, so to speak?
One of my track coach's friends, they knew each other, and
okay.
He watched a few of my races, and he just called, and we video called a few times and talked on the phone, and I was like, I'm gonna take a chance and come to Ohio, and I did, and like I said, ever since I've enjoyed myself and been blessed to be a part of teams here.
So no personal connection besides Coach O. You didn't have any family here, so kind of came on a lark, so to speak. Just like, hey, I'm gonna go move to Ohio from Alabama. How was that first winter coming from?
One of the greatest. First time I've seen snow in a while, and I was like, oh no. Thought about, did I make the right decision? But I got adjusted. Good.
You have a winter hat that helps you out a little bit.
Yes,
keep your head warm. So Alabaster, Alabama, Calera High School. At what point did you know you were fast? As a sprinter?
I would say I started track my sophomore year. And my coach was like, I think you can be really good at track. You just got to stay focused to it. And ever since, I guess I was just fast.
Just fast?
Yes.
It's interesting. I'm having a conversation with my son who's a sixth grader. And we were saying that, I was telling him that I was interviewing a sprinter. And he's saying, when you're little, the fastest person at school is always the most popular for some reason. That it's popular to be fast. So were you always fast? I mean, you said you started track your sophomore year, but did you even know in maybe elementary school, junior high, that you had this gift to be a speedster, so to speak?
Yes, sir. I say like elementary, I was always the kid that like they picked on the team because like I was super duper fast.
Okay.
And very athletic, so I knew I was pretty fast, but I'd say I'm all right.
Okay. So then coming to do it at the college level, came here to Akron. What was that first, not just from moving from Alabama to Ohio, but kind of being on a collegiate track team? How did that transition go from high school to Division I track?
It went okay. So to speak of like being in high school, you're that number one guy and
sure,
always fast. But coming to college, everyone is on a level where some kids are even a little better than you, or faster. So it's just more of a grind.
Yeah.
Than high school. I mean, high school is still a grind, but when you get to the college level, it's like everybody's on the same type of level.
Sure.
So nobody's faster than one person. So.
Yeah. So that level of competition gets better than at high school. And
oh yes, sir.
Probably some mental health there. Realizing that you're good enough probably had to kind of psych yourself out a little bit that you belong at this particular stage.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's cool. So you sprinter, you compete in both the 200 and 400 individually, and then you're also on the relay team for 4x400. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So talk about those particular events. I think when most people think of sprinting, track and field, it's the 100, but you 200, 400. What's the difference between those particular events? Obviously, it's running fast, but how do you kind of determine you know, hey, I'm not a 100 racer, I'm a 200 or a 400. How did that decision made? And maybe it was a decision in high school, but how did you choose those particular events for yourself?
I started off running the 400. You know, that's really kind of one of the hardest races to run in track. You know, I just started doing it, and I kind of fell in love with it. Some people call me crazy because like it's so hard to do, but
Sure.
I just started doing it and just pushing myself because like it's a very hard race. But the 200 just kind of came along because it's like it's half the 400. So like, you know, if I can run a really good 200, I can do really good in the 400. So like that just kind of came along. And in the 4x4, it's a team race. So like just fun being out there with my teammates doing like a team race outside being an individual race.
Sure. So do you have a preference?
The 400.
400. That's your race. The one that you've done the whole life. The 400.
Yes, sir.
400. Okay. So when you're running the 400, what's that kind of that mindset? How are you kind of gauging your way around the track? Do you know, okay, at this point in the track, I need to be doing this? What's the mindset like of someone doing this, you know, sprinting the 400?
I would say just getting out, controlling the race from the jump. You
Okay.
know, if you don't get out, control the race from the jump, you'll be behind and you're playing catch up. And by the time you get on the 300 mark or the top of the 250 mark, that lactic accident kicked in and you're fighting for your life. But just really make sure I'm just getting out and keeping the pace.
Okay.
And controlling myself throughout the race and just making sure I'm doing the right things during the race to put myself in a spot to win the race.
Got it. So you know you can gauge kind of how you're feeling at certain points. You kind of like checkpoints, so to speak. Okay, I'm at 100, 200, 300. You can kind of determine kind of how you're going to do in a race. And I'm sorry that I don't know this. Is 400 a stagger start, or you all started at the same?
Oh, that's a block start.
Block start, okay.
So, but it is sometimes you can, just depending on how it is, but that's more of a high school thing.
Got it. Okay. And then you also said relays, so it's a team. That's even though it's from a team, obviously a track team, but as a relay, typically what leg do you run in the relay?
The first leg.
First leg.
Yes, sir.
So as you talked about in the 400, you want to get out. So in the 400, you're 4x400, you're the first opening leg.
Yes, sir.
What's that feeling like of handing the baton, that transition? Is that a pretty cool feeling?
It's a cool feeling, but also it's a lot of pressure. I
Sure.
think it's a lot of pressure on me because you want to put your team in the best spot to be ahead of the other team and make sure we run a good time because the race starts with me. So if I'm behind, that means our team behind. So my mindset is just, all right, make sure we're in first. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So
Sure.
just putting my team in the best spot is always the thing. But it's always fun to just be out there with my teammates and just compete against other schools. So that's the best part.
And we'll talk about the success that you've had in the 4x400. What's something that casual fans, someone like me that obviously didn't run track, wouldn't know about, you know, just being a sprinter? What is just something that people just wouldn't understand unless you are a sprinter or maybe just doing those particular events?
It's not always about running. It's a lot more technique.
Okay.
I know a lot of people just be like, oh, you just like to run, you're really fast. It's technique behind it, just doing the certain drills and also going really hard in the weight room. That's a really big factor. The weight room plays a really big part in our sport.
Okay.
Just having the right body size and body, like, you know, mass.
Muscle mass.
So that plays a big part as well. So, yeah, outside of just running, you know, technique and
Sure.
the weight room plays a big part as well in our sport.
So my earlier question of when do you know you're fast, that's one piece of it. It's the technique, it's the muscle mass, the training, all that kind of stuff that goes into it.
Yes, sir.
So as I mentioned, you've had some success. The men's track team is coming off of both an indoor MAC championship as well as an outdoor MAC championship. And then you personally, you guys won the 4x400 relay in indoor last year, right? You're the reigning indoor 4x400 track.
Yes, sir.
And then also you talked a little bit about in your introduction, you know, that early success you had. So I guess my question is you've had that success. How do you keep yourself from kind of resting on that and pushing yourself more? Because, I don't know, maybe in certain parts of life, you'd be like, hey, I achieved the goals that I had. I can just relax because I know what it's like. How do you kind of have that mental space where you can always kind of just push yourself? And who helps you with that?
Just staying focused and saying the job is not finished because, you know, like everybody wants a team title, everybody wants a championship. So just saying the job is not finished, you know. I had a really great mentor here and he always taught me, like, you know, no matter what, like, don't stop being hungry. Always be hungry for something because we always say we're the hunted. Don't want to be the hunters, we want to be the hunted. So always.
So you want to be the hunted?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So like we want to always be hunted, so like we have a reason to run, but like
Got
also
it.
staying complex and like focus on the job that's winning the championship. So you know, like I said, just putting ourselves in the best spots to win. So
So the work is never done then?
It's never done.
Even though you guys are the men's track team here at Akron is, like I said, the reigning indoor and outdoor MAC champion. That's not enough.
No.
Not enough. That's why you're in the grind, in the weight room. You were in the weight room earlier today, part of your training. So for the goals, so what are the goals for you for this year? What do you have on your list, your bulletin board of things that you want to accomplish?
This year I want to, win the individual or, just place top 3 to help my team get points because that's a big step, taking the right step. Winning the indoor again in the 4x4, also win the team title again, indoor and outdoor. Same for outdoor, just being top 3, pushing ourselves and just being a good teammate to my teammates, just pushing them every day, making sure we stay humble and very mindset what's the goal at the end of the day. And also, going to regionals and breaking the school record is a big goal for us this year in the 4x4 because, it ain't been done in a while. So that's a big goal this year.
So what does it take to get to the regionals? Is it just the MAC championship or do you have to have a specific time to be able to do that?
They take top 20.
Top 20.
Yep.
So you obviously got to win the MAC, but also have a top 20 score to be able to go into the regionals.
Top 20 time, yes, sir.
Top 20 time. That's right, not a score. Top 20 time. Is that for both indoor and outdoor?
Top 16 indoor.
Top 16 indoor. All right, so you're in indoor the season. You have one more home meet. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. But so we're about, 2/3 of the way through the indoor schedule. How does the indoor season set you up for the outdoor season?
I say just coming off the momentum.
Okay.
Just depending on how we finish, if we win this year, we have a lot of momentum. Just like I said, staying hungry. Just going to outdoor with that mindset, like winning again.
Yeah.
Staying humble, like I said, staying completely focused on the job. And everybody knows one job is winning the MAC championship. So just staying focused and just being ourselves and being confident.
Does anything change within your events? We've talked with pole vaulters on Zips Nation, and that changes a lot. Jumping indoor versus jumping outdoor. Does anything change with you from a technique, from a how you kind of set yourself up going from an indoor season to an outdoor season?
Not really. It's just it's outdoors now. So the only factor would be like the wind, the weather, certain weather. So that's the only thing. But just like I said, staying focused. The wind, the weather shouldn't determine how you run. Just your mindset and how you go out there and compete.
Sure. So let's talk about your training. We just mentioned that you lifting today. It's a, part of your normal, student athlete. You lift in the morning. What does a typical week look like for you as far as training, not just weight stuff, but also out on the track?
Like this morning, I had weights at 6:00 a.m. Class, going back to practice at 12. Getting ready to prepare for this meet this week. I usually have another class, but just that's my schedule, and then homework.
Sure.
And then get food and get ready for lights out.
Lights out. Every day, kind of rinse and repeat, so to speak?
Yes, sir.
So is there a specific workout or drill that you kind of love to hate? In other words, like it's going to do well, but you hate in the middle. Is there something that you do that you just, I have to do it? I don't want to do it, but I know I have to do it?
The long workouts that we have, like the 500s, they're very hard.
Okay.
They're very long, but like you said, at the end of the day, I got to do it.
Yeah.
So I just embrace it. Because at the end of the day, you got to embrace everything. So just embracing the workout.
Got it. Yeah, I can imagine. Because your body is set to go those 400. 400 is in an event, that's the max you're going to do. But now you're extending it to a longer distance.
Oh, yes, sir.
Your legs are like, wait a minute, time out. I should have stopped 100 meters ago.
Yeah.
Back to the team. You're a junior now, so a leader, upperclassman. Kind of talk about that role to help some of those younger athletes on the team.
Like I said, just having the mentor I had my freshman year just teach me the ways, and coming to a winning program, the mindset was kind of installed in me from the jump. So just doing the same thing that I had when I first came in, having them like the mindset of a champion, but also just like staying humble and being hungry at the end of the day because, it's a lot of kids that could be in our shoes, but we're here, so showing up every day and do what you got to do so we can, win as a team and do what we got to do for each other.
So do you find yourself more leading by example or leading by word, or maybe a combination of
both? I'm more of the positive person, though. I don't really yell at people. I'm more of just like, just
you can do it. You can do it.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
So do you have someone on the underclassmen that you're mentoring? Is there some? You said you had a mentor and that person was really helpful for you. Are you doing that with someone? or maybe multiple people?
Multiple, I just say just giving words of encouragement to my teammates, all of them, even some of the upperclassmen, but more of words of encouragement to everyone. So,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's talk more about the culture here on the track team. What is the culture like? What's the vibe here amongst the team? Are people get along well? It's a good team environment?
Yes, sir. It's a very great team environment. We're a family. Every year we do like a little team get together.
Okay.
And the sprinters also do like a sprinter get together. So it's really one big team. So we all enjoy each other. We have fun. I'm the jokester of the team.
The jokester.
Everybody call me the comedian of the team because I'm always making everyone laugh. I'm always positive talking. So
Okay.
But it's really good. I really enjoy being on this team.
That's good. That's good. So we talked about your education major. So talk a little bit about that. How do you balance being a student and an athlete? Obviously, it's a rigorous program here at the University of Akron, very well-known program here at the University of Akron. How do you balance your studies and the meets and the workouts?
Just setting a time aside for my schoolwork. It's at the end of the day, I'm a student athlete, not an athlete student. So
Sure.
Setting out time for my academics at the end of the day. It's very fun being a education major here. You get to go to different schools. You get to
Sure.
experience different things. So it's very fun, but make sure I'm keeping the main thing that's school, because that's why I'm here, not just track and field.
Got it. How did you decide to be an education major? What was it that you had all these majors in front of you? What made you decide to become a teacher?
I would just say the teachers at my high school.
Sure.
Were very helpful, very impactful in my life. I still talk to a lot of my teachers to this day from my high school. So them just playing the role they did, and also just being a black man, and it's not a lot of those in education field.
Sure.
Stepping up to do something that's not really done in that type of sense.
So you feel like you need to kind of give back in a way that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's great. Any shout outs to any of your teachers you want to give?
Shout out Miss Gandy. Shout out to all the teachers 2023. Coach Gump. Shout out to all y'all.
That's great. Yeah, teachers are fantastic. My mom was a teacher growing up, and I agree with you 100% that the role that they play and help motivating you to not just finish that school, but also for the rest of your life. I love how you want to kind of give back and do that. Were your parents teachers?
Oh, no.
No. So just the influence of the teachers that you had, that's really cool. Next year, you're going to be doing your student teaching. Have you figured out how you're going to balance student teaching with being in track yet?
Kinda. I'll talk to the department chair. They said they'll help me, figure that out. So hopefully get a plan together so I can do that, because I'm looking really forward to it, doing that, because I heard it was really fun. And also just being a younger kid, just seeing those students from college just sitting there doing their job and seeing them now as a teacher. So
Sure.
So hopefully we get that worked out soon.
So with that, are you able to help out with, obviously you have your own track season, but will you be able to help with track in a high school, or is that's completely separate from student teaching?
I could help. It's just if I, ask. So
Sure.
I probably would help.
Or have the capacity to do it.
Yes,
You are a Division I track athlete. So do you want to get into coaching after you graduate? Is
I
that
do.
something? Okay. Have you figured out what grade level you want to do? Are you middle school or high school?
Middle level, so 5 through 9.
Okay. So, and that's social studies, right? English and social studies?
Yes, sir.
All right, so teaching English, social studies, and then coaching track. That's the goal, that's the trajectory of where you want to go? That's great. All right, so one of the things we like to do, ask all of our guests, we're going to take a little bit of a change here, kind of learn more about you, where you're from. One of the questions we love to ask is if you have any pre-meet rituals or superstitions. Things that you have to do, Braylon, to make sure that the meet goes right, or your event.
I have to eat salmon and pasta every night before. I have to wake up on the day of the meet and eat eggs and honey. I've been doing that since high school.
Whoa. Eggs with honey on top of?
And toast.
And
Very
toast.
Good. Don't knock it till you try it.
I'm not knocking. I will try. But so the night before, was it pasta and salmon or?
Salmon and pasta.
Salmon and pasta, and then the day of, scrambled eggs with honey.
And also, I got to chew gum as well during warm-up, so I won't get nervous.
So chew gum. Okay.
I have a lot of things.
Or do you tie your shoes a certain way, wear a certain sock? It's just really what you eat and put. Okay. So chewing gum. That's good. That's a good ritual. Does any of your teammates have really crazy rituals or any superstitions like that?
Not that I've seen. I hope not ever see that. Not that I've seen.
All right, the other thing we like to ask is if we're going to go visit you in your hometown, down there in Alabaster, Alabama, where are we getting pizza? Where are we going to get pizza? Is there a pizza place that you love in Alabaster, Alabama? Or nearby?
I I wouldn't say pizza. I say Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut?
I'll take a Pizza Hut.
We have not had a Pizza Hut on Zips Nation Insider, so Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut. But,
Now, I did do some research on where you're from. So I have a sister that lives in Auburn, Alabama. So I'm familiar with Alabama. And I looked up Alabaster. I didn't see a lot of pizza places. There's not a lot. But there is a lot of barbecue
Oh yeah.
in Alabaster. Do you have a favorite barbecue place?
Jimmy Nick's.
Jimmy Nick's?
Jimmy Nick's. The cheese bread. Change your life. And macaroni and cheese.
Change your life.
Change your life.
So Pizza Hut, which is, we can get those here. But if you're going to go to Alabaster, Alabama, we're going to Jimmy Nick's, getting the cheesy bread and the mac and cheese.
There you go.
There we go.
Come to Alabama. Come find me.
There we go. All right, I'm going to check that out. All right, so this is our rapid fire segment. So first thing that comes into your mind, what do you miss most about Alabama besides the cheesy bread?
Family.
Family. I can see that. Have they been able to come up to me?
They got to come to conference last year. They surprised me because conference on my birthday indoors falls like kind of close by.
Okay.
So they surprised me for my birthday last year and came to indoor conference.
Oh, that's awesome. Best advice you've ever received?
Stay humble.
Stay humble. That's good. Favorite music to listen to before a competition?
It fluctuates.
It fluctuates, so not a certain. Okay. If you weren't a sprinter, what sport would you play?
Football.
Football. We talked about it a little bit before the camera. You slot receiver, punt return, kick return. I want to see you catch some. We got to get you out there on the field sometime.
Coach Moorhead, you hear that? Come get me.
There we go. 200 or 400? Which hurts more?
The 400.
400 hurts more.
Really bad.
Okay. Who's on your Mount Rushmore of sprinters?
Michael Norman, Michael Johnson, Fred Curley, and
Got one more.
he went to Ohio State. I can't think of his name, but he's Jesse Owens. Yes.
There we go.
He's from Alabama.
Yeah, oh really? And went to Ohio State. So went from Alabama to Ohio, Alabama to Ohio. There we go. Favorite spot on campus to relax?
My room.
Your room.
My room.
There we go. What's your favorite place you've ever competed? Favorite location?
Florida.
Florida? Is it University of Florida or
Yes, sir.
University of Florida? Do you have a guilty pleasure TV that you like to watch? Like a Real Housewives or something like that? Cartoons? Is there Bluey? You like Bluey?
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Can't go wrong with SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. There you go. What's your favorite road trip snack? If we're driving from here to Alabama, we got to stop at a gas station. What are you getting as a road trip snack?
Pink Powerade, strawberry lemonade Powerade, and Collision gummies.
Okay. And then finally, what's your hidden talent, Braylon? Do you sing? Do you dance? Play the piano?
I used to could dance.
Yeah.
I sometimes I catch myself singing in the shower though. I think I can sing.
You think you can sing? Would your teammates that were here earlier, would they confirm that you can sing?
I did. I was singing today at practice. They was like, "Okay, we see you."
All right, we've had Braylyn Farrington from the track team here at the University of Akron. He competes in the 200, 400, and then the 4x400 relay. We have the next home meet coming up is February 20th. It's the 22nd annual Akron Invitational. So my last question to you, again, we got a few weeks before that happens. Why should Zips Nation come out and support the team at that event?
It's the week before conference, so we will want a lot of people to come out and watch us run and see us, sharpen some things up before conference. Just give us a good look for next week and just come out and just have fun with us because, it's a big week, next 2 weeks for us. So
sure,
come out and support.
Excellent. So again, that's February 20th here in the field house, right where we're at today. I don't know the start time, but February 20th, most likely in the afternoon. Come and watch Braylon and the rest of the track team as he mentioned, out getting ready for the MAC championship, indoor track championship. So thank you so much, Braylon. Appreciate you being on Zips Nation Insider, and good luck the rest of the season, and then also in outdoor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.